Hey guys, so today's video is going to be all about contouring and highlighting for beginners. So I'm also going to do a tutorial on contouring and highlighting and explain why you do what along the way. If you have a wider face, a round face, or just you're not happy with the shape of your face, contouring basically slims it down, adds dimension, creates some shadows, just really gives your face a nice 3D look. Obviously a face is 3D, but it makes it really like structured and defined, and it really does slim down your face a lot. So you always want to look for matte contouring products because you want it to look natural, like there's a shadow cast beneath your cheekbone, not some sparkly brown patch underneath your cheekbone. Always start off with less than you need and apply more because it is easier to add more than it is to take it off. You simply grab whatever brush you're going to be using, you line it up with the top of your ear and the corner of your mouth, so right there, you can see. You should be able to feel your bones. My bone is right there. So if you really aren't sure, you just have to keep on rolling it until you find where the hollow is. Now you don't want to be applying a bronzer down here or up here. You really do want to find the hollows of your cheekbones straight underneath, right underneath your cheekbone. So illuminators are kind of products that make your face glow, kind of can be used all over your face, but they're more about giving you a glow. Whereas highlighters are more concentrated, they're more about bringing attention to a certain area. So highlighting is perfect for emphasizing the shape of your cheekbones, to really make them look like they protrude. They're really like distinct and prominent, and it also adds a really nice glow to your face. Liquids are also good in terms of their staying power. Powders sometimes tend to fade or tend to settle into the fine lines in your skin, whereas liquids are a lot more reliable. So I'm just going to start close to the middle of the ear and work my way down. Just going to grab some more, tap off the excess, and just place that in the same area. So that's how it should look so far. Now please do keep in mind that this blush fades a little bit, so it looks like I'm wearing heaps right now, but it does fade into a really nice natural colour, so just keep that in mind. And then we're just going to work it up to the little sideburns area and the corner of your ear, just so it actually looks natural and doesn't end or start here and then end there. You really want it to connect to your ear so that it does look like a shadow and not just a random brown patch on your face. So I'm just going to buff that all out. So that is how that looks so far. So that is that side and that is that side. So now for contouring. Well, that is contouring, but whole face contouring. Now, you've probably heard of the little 3 rule, which is the 3 shape on this side of your face. So just imagine there's a big 3 starting from here, going to there, and then going back underneath your jawline. So that is basically where we contour. So I'm just going to tap some more in. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to work that really lightly up my temples and up into the corners and middle of my forehead. Okay, so as you can tell, that just adds a really nice effect, kind of adds some dimension to your face compared to that side, which is just more of like a blank, boring side. Compared to this side, which just has a really nice kind of shape to it, it also makes it look like your face has this really nice glow around this area here. Now the last step is the highlighting of the jawline. So you just, not the highlighting, the contouring of the jawline. So you just want to follow the natural shape of your jawline and highlight and contour underneath that shape there. That step isn't crucial, highlighting the jawline. I don't really ever tend to do it, but if you have a double chin or you aren't happy with the shape of your jaw or you want to accentuate the shape of your jawline, then contouring it is a great way to do that. Now if you're not happy with the width of your nose, if you think it is too big or too wide, you can also get a bronzing powder and probably a smaller brush than this one, but I can't be bothered going to my room to get one, and just tapping in very, very, very lightly, tapping off the excess and just contouring the sides of your nose that you wish, or the areas of your nose that you wish to apply the contouring to slim it down a little bit. So I'm going to start off with the Revlon powder on this cheek, and then I'm going to do the High Beam liquid highlighter on this cheek. And we're just going to apply that directly above where we applied the bronzer. So the bronzer should be in the shadow or in the hollows of your cheek, and the highlighter should be on the highest points of your cheekbones. So that should be where the contour goes, and this should be where the highlighter goes. So we're just going to apply that lightly, and you do not want to go further than the middle of your pupil down there. So as you can see, mine is there. I don't want to go anywhere closer to my nose than this line here. So I like to apply my highlighter from about here to about there. So as you can see, it isn't as much of a large area as the contour is, but it's still there. So just around near my temple, just a small little C shape here. And you can bring it down to the contouring colour if you like, but kind of defeats the purpose of having a matte contouring colour. So it just makes them look really nice and plumpy and protrudy. Plumpy and protrudy. That's going to be my new name for my cheekbones. Plumpy and protrudy. Oh gosh, okay. Next is pretty much the same colour as the product we just applied, but in liquid form. So I get a lot of customers asking me how to apply this, and it's really, really easy. So you just want to get the little thingy. Mine's a little mini version because I bought it in a pack, but it is the same kind of applicator when you buy it in the full size. You just want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even less if you don't want to have a really obvious shine. And then just work that in, patting and gently pulling out. And a little bit of rubbing if you like, but so now that you have a base kind of area there, you can add more to the areas that you please. I usually add some around here, and I usually connect it up into my brow bone. And I usually do a little bit above my brow bone as well. So it's all about patching it, because if you pull and rub too much, it's going to remove your foundation. So that is the Benefit High Beam, and that is the Revlon Mineral Finishing Powder. And you can also highlight underneath your brow bone, which I will just do a little demo. Hopefully my camera isn't going to run out of battery. And then a little bit of my Cupid's bow. I'm rushing now, so it's getting all messy because my camera's flashing battery. And for those of you who are wondering, this lipstick is NYX Black Label lipstick in India. So there you have it. That is my little guide to contouring and highlighting. It is really easy once you get the hang of it. It is all just about practice. Practice makes perfect. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!